Oh no, that's like.
Happy Friday, friends, and welcome to the August 2nd, 2024 edition of CP Sports. As always, I'm your host, Chris, and we're being joined by young C3 himself, Pat, over here. How's it going, bro?
Pretty good, you know, same old, you know, happy to be here with Chris, you know, enjoying life, talk about some sports, you know how it goes over here on CP Sports.
How was your show that you had the other day?
It was great. Me and my boy rocked the show, you know. Everybody, you know, came out and showed, you know, their talent, but you know, there was an aura in the room that night, and we were so we killed it, man. That's all I can say. Next time anybody wants to pull up to a show, next time there's got one, you know, feel free to hit me up. I'll give you the info.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm happy for you, man. We do seem to be having some issues with the internet today, but we're still going to stay on air. We also have latency issues with the camera, so all kinds of issues, but we had to go online because we were already a bit late there. But I would like to thank all of you for tuning in to our latest episode. We got the biggest or the largest amount of views so far, so we appreciate you all for tuning in, listening, however you tune in, whether it be using through the podcast on Spotify or wherever you get the podcast, or just here on Facebook or Twitch or even YouTube. So you can find us anywhere. Just look us up and we'll be there. Anyways, though, the Paris Olympics are in full swing, and what do you know? Simone Biles struck gold again. Biles wasn't quite perfect in this meet. In fact, it was one of her closest calls, but in the end, Biles returned, ending the same way every meet is participated in over the past 11 years, and that's gold. At 27, Biles is redefining what gymnasts can do, especially with how long she has done it. Biles is the third woman to become two-time all-around Olympic champion and the oldest to claim the biggest title in the sport since the first ever Olympic all-around champ Maria Gorbakovskaya, who was 30 at the time back in 1952. Biles now owns 6 gold medals with 9 total, both being the most by an American gymnast in Olympic history, and Biles still has 3 other competitions. So,
that's just history right there, and she's still got 3 more competitions, so she could get, you know, another 3 more gold medals. You know, that's crazy. It's history right there. You know, not even and it's also, you know, great for representation as well.
Yeah,
you know, and I know there's a lot of little black girls who might be gymnasts as well, or all across the world who want to do what she's doing.
Exactly. It's always important to have that representation in whatever field it is.
Exactly.
But moving forward, she was just Brazil's Rebecca Andrade finished just 1.199 points behind Biles, and she finished with silver once again, while Tokyo Olympic champion Sydney Lee earned the bronze despite her return to the games being in doubt. She had spent much of the 15 months dealing with kidney disease, so it's great to see her back and winning the bronze for America.
It's great, you know, shout out to her for getting through that, you know, and coming up, getting that bronze medal.
Well, moving on to more women making history, as Katie Ledecky has become the most decorated American woman in Olympic history after obtaining the silver in the 4x200-meter relay. Ledecky won her 13th medal with 8 gold medals. Ledecky is one shy of the Olympic record and still has one more individual event to go. That is the 800-meter freestyle final tomorrow after going to the finals tomorrow, or after qualifying just moments ago. I think it was just before. I think it was like 8 or something this morning, where she went ahead and she won that silver, or not that silver. After she won the silver, she went ahead and qualified to move forward in the finals. And she's got the 800-meter freestyle finals, so I figured she'd be a little dominant, especially with the way she dominated in the 100-meter freestyle Wednesday, bringing home gold. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's on her way to that ninth medal and is going to break that record tomorrow.
I hope so. This Olympics has been crazy. There's been a lot of like awesome moments, and this is just be another one. It's just insane, like how much work they put in.
Yeah, it's great to see, and she shows no signs of stopping. She's been expressing how she has hope to compete in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, so hopefully we'll see her there and see if she continues to make history. The U.S. women's national team continues to dominate heading into the soccer quarterfinals after defeating the 3 other teams in the group stage. They meet Japan, who had their own taste of defeat against their first game, or against the first team in their group games, which was against Spain. We'll have to see if they can go the distance with the U.S., but I think they might get another dose of defeat there.
Yeah, well, the last time we talked, the women's team was on fire. They're gonna do that.
Well, Trinity Rodman made her debut with the national women's soccer team, and she is right now, I think she's second in most points. She only has, of course, 2 goals, but she has 2 goals, and I think it's 2 assists right now, but she's right behind Mallory Swanson, so she has 3 goals, and obviously Trinity Rodman has proven to be a great asset to that team.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see the outcome, if Spain brings it or not, or USA continues to be on a hot streak.
Yeah, we'll have to see tomorrow at 8 a.m. So set your alarms and try to tune in if you're here in the U.S. The U.S. men's team lost their first, and they went on to win the next 2 in order to advance to the quarterfinal, but their medal drought continues as they face the toughest test in Morocco, who defeated the U.S. 4-0 as they carved their way. Morocco carved their way to their first ever final.
Awesome, man. That's awesome. Like the title says, it says Olympic history. That's all I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? That's dope.
Exactly, and much like the women's national team in soccer, the U.S. men's basketball squad has continued to dominate as well, leading the majority of their games by a comfortable 20 points, ultimately defeating Serbia by 26 in their first group outing and surpassing South Sudan by 17 on Wednesday. KD did make his return to the court against Serbia, and he led the team with 23 points in just 17 minutes. Against South Sudan, though, Durant put up 14 and came away with 3 steals, while Bam Adebayo led the team with 18 points, 2 blocks, 7 rebounds, and a steal. Just 2 of the 6 that had scored double digits in this game. Now, Joel Embiid was sat out because Coach first said he was setting the lineup to counteract whoever they're playing at the time. So he's sitting out star players, which of course is hard to do, but in doing so, it's still for the good of the team. Obviously, they still came out swept in the last outing, and if he continues to take this approach, all of our star players can continue to be fresh and be there when we need them. Embiid will be on the court against Puerto Rico tomorrow at 10:15 Central, and Drew Holiday will also return to the starting lineup, who was not in the starting lineup in the last game, despite being in the beginning.
Yeah, I have no problem with Steve Kerr doing what he's doing, and now Embiid, playing his cards right. It always brings me back like those are like Coach Popovich moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's always taking things he's learned from Phil and Coach Popovich as well.
Just real quick, we got a message in asking if the 800 meter had started yet. It did this morning, but that was just qualifiers, and Katie Ledecky has already qualified. So we'll have to see what happens tomorrow when they continue the 800 meter. Yeah. Moving forward, we were talking about the U.S. men's basketball team, who has been showing up and showing out. I'm happy that Kerr's taking a different kind of approach than what is usually taken, and it seems to be helping. So we'll see if they'll continue to dominate. The women's basketball team put on a 26-point blowout of their own against Japan, but it was a little different against Belgium, as they were just able to hold on, winning by 13, as the U.S. women sealed their 57th straight victory. The last time they lost was back in 1992. Now, Breonna Stewart led the team with 26 points, 3 blocks, 7 rebounds, and a steal. Asia Wilson complimented her perfectly, sneaking 23 points with 13 rebounds and 3 steals. They'll be facing Germany in their final group play, I believe it's tomorrow.
That's awesome, man. They putting up big numbers, dude. Those are some crazy stats.
Yeah. It's great to see them, still keeping the win streak alive and keeping it going. I'm scared, man. They were a little shaky there, so who's to say that streak will end?
Yeah, it just...
all good streaks come to an end.
Yeah, it just happens sometimes. Sometimes you get outplayed. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, that's right. And the women's basketball boxing semifinals will take place tomorrow and is followed by the men's semis the next day. But undisputed heavyweight champ and 2012 Olympic gold medalist Alexander Usyk is unimpressed by the staging of the games during the Q&A with SNTV. He said, quote, "For many years, there has been a desire to change the boxing system, which is rotten on an international level. So we just need to work. No promises just need to be made. We need to act. When you do this, people see the work done and come and asking to collaborate." So Usyk, of course, is not happy with how it's been ran recently, because they did lose their rights. Well, not they, but the IBA, I believe it was. Yeah, the IBA was the one who was governing all the different systems and how they were doing the bracket, all that. And they dropped them back in 2021 in the Tokyo Olympics, and they're dropping them here at the Paris Olympics. They keep them dropped here in the Paris Olympics. The International Olympic Committee stripped the International Boxing Association of the right to run Olympic tournaments in 2021. And the Olympic Committee has its reservations about how the IBA governs the sport, especially in the integrity of how the bouts are refereed and scored. They also went as far as to say that boxing should be dropped from the 2028 Olympic Games in May. But Usyk remains optimistic that the sport will continue to be featured in the games, despite the IOC insisting there needs to be a body that it recognizes to organize the qualifications. Now, speaking of boxing, we got Terrence Crawford and Madrimov, and this card is stacked. Now, it's going to be sure to deliver. Terrence Crawford is moving up in weight once again for tomorrow's bout at the BMO Stadium in Los Angeles to take on WBA senior middleweight champ Israel Madrimov. And with the vacant WBO interim title also on the line. At 40-0, Crawford is a 3-division world champ, dominating several divisions, becoming undisputed champ in 2 weight classes. Only 2 others have conquered that feat before in this 4-belt era.
Wow.
Now, Madrimov has only 11 fights as a professional, but was an outstanding amateur, holding 2 victories over the 2016 and 2020 gold medalist switch hitter Arlen Lopez, who we've seen his experience there. He's about to face one of the biggest switch hitters in the game today with Crawford. So predicting a TKO victory for Crawford is tempting, but I wouldn't completely write off Madrimov. Will Madrimov's discipline and calculated style prosper, or will Crawford's power, experience, and counter-punching ability be too much for Madrimov? Honestly, I think Crawford is going to continue his power rate as he moves up the weight class, and Madrimov's inexperience might be his downfall.
I want to comment on that IBA thing about the Olympics real quick. Maybe they just need to, get people in there who knows what they're talking about and knows how to run the system instead of it being kind of, not all that like you were saying.
Yeah.
I would hope that they don't drop box, because it's cool to see like all these different sports in the Olympics. But if they do, then they can always put some wrestling in there if they want to. But besides that, also, yeah, that dude, like I've been seeing a lot of promotion for that card. And like you said, Usyk, we talked about him a couple of times on the podcast. He's been doing this thing here and there. Yeah. But like you said, I wouldn't write off the other dude too, because I think his fight too, he can box as well.
Unfortunately, our cameras seem to have disconnected. Let's see here. I try to pull up the app again. I wish I had known, but oh well. Let's move forward from now on. I'm trying to get this app to relaunch. And moving forward, we do have this stacked card. Like I said, there's getting bouts. Just like Isaac Pitbull Keith, who will defend his WBA welterweight title against Jose Valenzuela, along with 2 hard-hitting heavyweight bouts in Andy Ruiz Jr. versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller, and Jared Anderson versus Martin Cole. This dang camera won't open, but let's keep it rolling as we get into, of course, Crawford and Dubois, who we talked about will be facing Maria Moneo tomorrow as well, which will be the co-main event under Zach Kelly and Callum Simpson for the British and Commonwealth super middleweight titles. But I think all eyes will be on Dubois, who will be defending the IBO lightweight title and looking to add Maria Moneo's WBC interim lightweight title to her collection. The winner of this bout will be a step closer to challenging for the WBC World Lightweight Championship, currently held by 2-weight undisputed champ, the Brave Bomber, Katie Taylor, who is slated to defend her super lightweight titles versus Amanda Serrano in a rematch November 15th, co-main eventing the Paul and Tyson fight. Now, Sweet Caroline has had a flawless beginning to her 9-0 pro career, obtaining titles as a Youth Olympic, World Youth, and 4-timer European Youth Champion. While she was an amateur fighter, Moneo holds a record of 14-1, with her only defeat coming from an accidental head clash that resulted in disqualification. Dubois has voiced her opinion regarding the interim titles, saying, quote, Katie hasn't fought for the belt in over a year. She should have been ordered to vacate the belt or fight her mandatory challenger, but that's boxing politics. It's frustrating, and the same is happening for Sky Nicholson down at featherweight with Amanda Serrano, who is currently the WBA and WBO featherweight champion.
Yeah, she sounds kind of frustrated. She sounds like she wants to take that belt off of her and defend it more than the other girl has.
It does, man, I can
That's just
see
hunger.
how it could be frustrating, but I'm
Yeah.
sure it's gonna fill her hunger to go ahead and continue this little tirade that she's on. Oh,
There
we're
we go.
back.
There we
We're
go.
back. We're back. Finally, we're back. Excuse us for that. We do apologize. Everything's working now. Man, live TV, huh?
Yeah. Oh God.
But anyways, as we get further into it, Dubois also thinks her opponent earned the right to be a world champion on, a world champion level rather than interim. The WBC International Super welterweight will also be defended on the undercard as Stephen McKenna and Joe Laws fight it out. That's the only other one I would say that's good on this card. The other one's way more stacked. But
Yeah.
I'm
Definitely.
still excited to see what the outcome of it is going to be. Now, we saw the return of football last night in Canton, Ohio for the Hall of Fame game between the Texans and the Bears. Of course, the backup played while the starters sat. So, of course, we got pretty much a pre-season game
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
except,
A scrimmage, as you would say.
Exactly, if you will.
Second string, get out and do your thing.
But as we got it back, we got it taken away. Trailing 17-21 field goal. But then it started coming down as thunderstorms overtook the game and causing it to end, which was unfortunate for everybody trying to tune in and catch some football once again. But even though we didn't see too much out of this because of, we saw more backups, at least we saw healthy backups.
Yeah.
The Texans were not very healthy last year, dealing with a lot of injuries and things of that sort. So it's nice to see them act healthy and seeing the younger guys do as well. If it does come down to
Just
it.
go ahead and say it, y'all's here. Just go ahead and say it.
Well, I'm not gonna say that.
That's what
I am gonna say, look, it still has the little watermark up there, his shoes, so it doesn't have my face or anything set up. Anyway.
You would notice that.
sorry, I catch things. But it's not, I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to be Texas year. I say we are going to see them at the AFC Championship.
Yeah, definitely. I can see
They
that.
do have the possibility of making it to the Super Bowl. I don't know if that inexperience will hinder them once they get to that level, or if it would go all the way to the Super Bowl and get to that level. So I don't see them actually winning it just yet. I know they can. Like with the squad they have, everybody's healthy. They added a lot of weapons, including on defense. So I'm excited to see where they go, and I really do think they'll at least be in the AFC title.
Hey, Chris, follow that now. Once we get back to football season, let's see if he's right or not.
I will if you watch. No, I'm just kidding. Well, the internet wrestling community lost it when a photo of Tony Khan and Shane McMahon in a private meeting was released. The word is that they discussed the possibility of working together. According to Hall of Famer Bully Ray on Busted Open Radio, he said McMahon said the two had a great meeting, going on to say, quote, "We talked about many things, but mostly about our shared love for the business and the rewards and challenges of working with family. I congratulated him on his 5-year anniversary of AEW and look forward to how he evolves the business moving forward," end quote. Now, the thing in this is, it's not like they just sat down and had like a drink somewhere and talked it out. They actually set up a meeting.
Yeah.
So there has to be something that comes out of this, I would think,
Yeah, I guarantee there will be, but I mean,
I feel like it's a good thing towards AEW.
Yeah,
Because the way Tony Khan's running it really hasn't worked out as well, especially, dealing with talent. He's more of a friendly kind of guy, and Shane McMahon, I'm sure, is about his.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he would elevate that product so much. So if they do have that get, it's good for them, and I'm happy for them.
I mean, after you said that, because I really didn't know what to think about it, but I just feel like you said, from a business standpoint, and Shane's been in the business for a long time, so he knows what a good wrestler looks like on TV, he knows what to do, what not to do. So I'm pretty sure he can bring some, tweak some things, and then maybe AEW will be watchable.
I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, he does end up helping them out in some way. They needed it since the inception of AEW, because they really didn't know how to go about running this thing.
Yeah.
And I would say with McMahon, it's going to make it a whole lot.
I mean, it's not like a lot of things. They just need to put, your booking, out doing something in the spot, and that's pretty much it.
It's going to be hard, I feel like, to change the product.
Better production.
Especially with it being already 5 years, everybody's comfortable in their settings. So I can feel reference to others, but I do not feel benefiting.
I also did hear some things about, that maybe his relationship with WWE wasn't always the best. So, it was always with Shane or Vince, and definitely wants to be working with he
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so maybe
he had a lot of issues in the past.
Yeah. So hopefully everything works out for them.
Yeah, hopefully so, man. I would love to see them prosper and continue to market their product, and it just makes the wrestling business that much better just to have multiple companies.
Yeah.
But moving forward, Mark Henry, of course, quietly left AEW after his contract expired earlier this year, and he ended up signing a deal with WWE, but he made a major announcement at the Remix Rumble event in Cleveland, Ohio, the home of Saturday Night SummerSlam. Now, Henry revealed that his son, Jacob Henry, signed with WWE, with Jacob coming out saying, quote, "I think it's time. I think it's time for people to know. For those who don't know, I'll tell you what's going on in my life. I'm a collegiate wrestler at the University of Oklahoma, but some big news will come out in the next couple of days," and the crowd started chanting NXT. So obviously they already knew where that was going, and he said, "I think you guys should be the first to know that I'm going to be a future superstar, and it's been put on paper. I have officially signed a deal with WWE," end quote. So what do you think about Mark Henry's son dipping into it?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Jacob Henry. I had to, I'm sorry.
Well, it's going to be nice to see what he does on this level. Jacob not only wrestled for the University of Oklahoma, he was also involved in the football program as well as track and field sports. So,
I mean, what is there to expect from this young man except for greatness? His dad is one of the greatest, strongest human beings in the world. Nicest dude, humble. He has very we're not even talking about wrestling, but as a person, he has it together. So he has a super bright future, no matter what he does. I know he's gonna be a great second generation superstar.
Yeah, I think so too. Especially the various sports he's been in, as well as I know they were saying something about he squat 300 pounds, which I'm sure you have to if you're the son of the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
You better. I'd be ashamed if I was like, I'm sorry, I can't.
But moving forward to some more wrestling news, Cody Rhodes has teased bringing back the Winged Eagle design back in February of last year, sharing a picture of it on social media. And Rhodes has not forgotten about the old belt design. Talking with GQ Sports, Cody said, quote, "I'd say one of the things I like about the title a lot is it's not a nameplate now. It's an individual side plate. I also love the title. This title is specifically this generation's title. I'm fond of the Winged Eagle, which is the title from the 1990s. Well, Hulk Hogan wore it, Ultimate Warrior wore it. Ric Flair wore it, Bret Hart wore it. I'm actively trying to find a way to get that into the WWE world, but this is also the title that was around Roman Reigns' waist the night I beat him. And there's a part of me that makes me more linked to this look and aesthetic for the WWE Championship ever, which makes sense. Roman was the longest reigning champion of this generation. Yeah. And, changing it, I don't know about doing that after, that's all the records that have been set recently. Yeah. So, I think he's right. Maybe he could bring back something that implements it in some way, but I don't know if WWE will start.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, Cody made it happen one time. Maybe he can do it again.
Oh, yeah, with the Intercontinental. But they got in trouble for that.
Why?
Because when he featured the Intercontinental Championship, he did the original with the Nugget design.
Okay.
The Nugget Gold. And they didn't have the rights for that. The Nugget design.
Okay.
So they got sued. They had to bring it back with just a regular plate rather than the Nugget plating.
Okay. I understand, but I mean, like I said, we'll see what happens.
But of course, we got SummerSlam coming up this Saturday, as Cody Rhodes will defend his championship against Solo Sikoa, and Solo has been calling out Roman Reigns like crazy. So a lot of people are speculating that he might show up.
You think he's going to show up? There's been more speculation that Jimmy might show up, and heard something about Zilla might showing up too.
Oh yeah, Zilla was there, but I mean, I'd expect him to be there. He's going to see his family. Yeah, I don't think he's going to show up as in like.
You think he's ready?
Implemented. It's not for me to say. I haven't seen very much of his stuff. Only some of the reality of wrestling stuff that he's done because of Twitter TV Plus. And I like him. He's been doing well. It's just, you think that a lot about these guys when they're coming up and then they get to the main stage and they kind of fumble a little bit.
I mean, it just depends on who you are. Like, if you're...
But I feel like he would have to be, just killing it, especially with his family.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, it happens. I mean, it looks like a long time Congo's been wrestling. Or Congoloa, sorry. I mean, he's had a couple, like 2 botches already. You know what I'm saying? He's not really done as much as... Look what Jacob's been doing. Dude, I think Jacob's been on TV 4 times already. Hasn't even put out half the things he can do.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think he's going to pull out that much.
Oh, no. But I
really don't.
I told somebody, I was like, the next time you see Jacob, the next time you see him, everyone's going to be in awe. Like, what else can you do?
Yeah.
So that's what, if Zilla's going to come in, the best thing for him to do, and he's Umaga's son, it has to be explosive.
I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah.
I don't want, like I told you last week, I don't want them to go overboard.
NWO.
Maybe NWO bloodline style, So I have my reservations.
I'm sure Zilla would do it.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but I'm sure Zilla's going to be on Roman.
I don't know if Roman is going to end up going up.
We'll see.
Especially against Cody, like he lost the title to Cody.
I mean, would it be
something where he attack Solo and then help Cody, or how?
Or
how do you think they spin it if that was the case?
Like they just make Cody like the bloodline come from, and he can't defend himself. And the only
After him attacking Solo, or just them
like
going at it on him?
so the match. I'm assuming like the match would go on, and then all of a sudden the bloodline just comes in and just beats the crap out of Cody. And then
it could be. Is it the 12 state?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know.
I really can't.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. I didn't hear anything about like bloodline rules.
Yeah.
I mean, but then again, that wouldn't make Cody make him look bad.
Yeah.
You know, so I just feel like maybe a DQ. You know, like
Yeah.
tear up the ringside area. Roman comes
That's
out.
probably the best bet. Is if you're gonna bring Roman into the picture, you don't want him helping the dude that he lost the title to. But you also don't want him helping the dude that is calling himself the tribal chief. now. So
exactly.
it's a hard way to spin it. We'll have to
But
see
it could
what
be a
happens.
respecting to, hey man, Cody, you beat me. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna return the favor. You know, hey, you never know. You already know they might do some corny crap like that or something else. You know?
Yeah,
It depends.
I mean, and we'll have to see what happens. But Damian Priest will be defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Gunther. Who do you think is going to win this one? Because I really think like there's a possibility out there that Gunther can win this one.
I don't know, man.
I love
Damian Priest looks really
and the
good
way
right now.
He's presenting himself now, the way he's doing his not only promos but press conferences at the end. I love the way he's been doing those. He looks dominant.
Oh,
He
yeah.
carries himself like a champion, and I'd love to continue seeing him as champion. But at the same time, it is Gunther, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history.
UK NXT champion too.
Yeah,
For
NXT
1,000-something
UK.
days.
Yep.
Like he's been doing his thing, dude. He's super dominant. He
And I
has
would
that
love
aura.
to see him have that title. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see what happens.
I mean, either
there.
way, I don't care who wins. This is gonna be a
Exactly,
fire
that
match.
one's gonna be a tough one to call. I'm sure Cody can end up winning his or retaining his title with Damian Priest. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're
and
not.
I'm
not
down
sure.
for whichever ends up happening. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre will be facing it off against each other finally as Seth Rollins, the special guest referee. You saw that referee shirt he debuted.
Yeah, I did do that. It wasn't too bad.
Oh man, Seth cracks me up.
I just
every
feel like
time.
Seth's gonna turn heel. Punk's gonna lose somewhere.
I mean, yeah, he hates Punk more than
Yeah.
for storyline
Yeah.
purposes. He hates Punk more than, Drew McIntyre, he said.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, they're planting those seeds. McIntyre talked about how how to do this. It's us against him, and we don't
Yeah,
know him.
yeah, exactly.
So they're saying they need to save the WWE universe from another CM Punk tirade.
Yeah.
It could happen. I do see Seth Rollins not calling it down the middle, and I
He's
think
not.
it's going to happen between both of them. But in the end, it's going to be Punk losing.
Yeah, exactly. Punk's gonna lose.
Liv Morgan will defend her women's championship against returning Rhea Ripley.
She's gonna retain.
You think so? You think it's going to have something to do with Dom?
I think it's gonna either have to do something with Dom or Finn, because Finn had panties in a bunch for a couple weeks already.
Well, and then he took Liv's little key card. Remember that?
Yeah, and also too, he remember when they were fighting against Judgment Day before, Liv was fighting up with Finn. You know what I mean? I don't know if you remember that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's been a little girl recently.
Well, and then Liv helped him win the tag title.
Exactly.
So
So he feels like he's done more for them than Rio's done for Ron. But yeah,
it's going to be a whole Judgment Day. Pro,
yeah,
is what you're saying.
pretty much.
We'll have to wait and see. I do think Dom is going to end up coming out, and it's going to end up distracting Rhea in a way rather than Liv. And Liv's going to retain. But Bayley will be defending her WWE Women's Champion against Nia Jax, a woman who is not like comfortable.
I guess for this match, I really don't have any going into this one, but I will say for both Gunther and Nia Jax, I would hate for those Queen of the Ring
Yeah,
wins to mean nothing.
Yeah, going to waste, exactly.
You know,
and I would love to see.
We've seen a lot of that in wrestling, and this is a new era for them. I would expect for them to capitalize on people winning opportunities and then winning championships after. No.
Yeah, I would love to see Nia win the title, to be honest with you. Bayley's run has been kind of
lackluster.
Yeah, it hasn't been up to par as some of her other runs, and I haven't really been able to get behind her as much. I love Bayley. Absolutely love the heel Bayley. Ding dong, hello Bayley.
You know what? Whoever wins, they lose that championship. One girl's coming back.
Ooh.
Queen.
You talking about
the queen, the real queen?
Hey, who are you talking about?
I'm not talking about Selena Vega. I ain't talking about Selena. There's only one queen in WWE, bro.
You're talking about
Charlotte Flair.
Oh, I saw that. She's training again.
Yes.
She has a brace on, but she's training again.
Yes, sir.
So we might be seeing her return.
Yes,
maybe she'll return in this one.
Yes, sir.
So
the winner of this is going to get that belt taken away from them. Expeditiously. But, I mean, dude, Kevin Owens TV is the best, bro. It's been like, what, 2 years?
I think it's been a year. She's gone almost a year. Before that, and then she got hurt, like,
at WrestleMania.
And then she went on to sell again.
Yeah.
So it's been like, I want to say 9 months by now. Maybe more.
It's been way more than that. She's been gone since she lost the championship to Rhea. So it's been a while since then. WrestleMania 39.
That was when she went down the first time, no? And then she returned and got hurt again. No, but
anyway,
I think I was thinking you were talking about Alexa Bliss.
Oh,
that's who I thought you were talking about at first.
Maybe Monday.
Yeah, I mean,
where does that fit in? Because there's no Chad Gable on here at all. There's no Uncle Howdy. I mean, there might be something.
Well, they have that matchup coming up. I believe it's
Monday.
It's Monday, right? And it's gonna be Uncle Howdy. No, is it gonna be Howdy? It is Howdy. Howdy, Rowan, and Gacy against Gable and the Creed brothers.
I gotta see, man. This corner was Gacy. I forget his name.
Loomis?
Yes, Loomis and Rowan.
Maybe it was that way. I could be mistaken.
Yeah, who knows? The other two are gonna show up. But we'll see what happens.
I'm excited to see what happens. Those videos they've been making are pretty interesting. I like to see how they put their own take and spin on all these characters and what they're going to do later on, how they're going to further it.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where this is going, but at the same time, I do get disinterested a little bit with everything else that's going on, especially because we only get like a video.
Yeah.
Someone coming out. Things, little things, and I get that creates that buildup, but it's been how long since we've been seeing the QR codes and all that stuff for a while now?
It's been a hot minute.
So I just want to see it happen already,
yeah,
and them move forward from all the videos, all that kind of stuff. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with the Wyatt Six as we move forward. Now, LA Knight will be vying for the United States Championship.
Yeah.
And I've always said that he's probably going to end up winning this one, but he might even more so now because Logan Paul posted on X about the boxer that has all this controversy around her. He stated, quote, "This is the purest form of evil unfolding right before your eyes. A man was allowed to beat up a woman on a global stage, crushing her life's dream while fighting for her deceased father," end quote. Now, Logan did go back and correct himself because he did say later on, "Whoopsies, I might be guilty of spreading misinformation along with the entirety of this app. Although she has been previously disqualified for failing a gender test and has XY chromosomes, some sources say that she was born a biological woman. I still stand by my sentiment that biological men should not compete against biological women in any sport. End quote. And this has caused quite a bit of controversy as being shared all over social media that she was previously a man, which is not the case. She has DSD, which is, I believe it's called different sex or different sex disorders, something of that nature. I wish I had it pulled up right now just so I knew the exact title. But he was born with the XY chromosome, still a woman, was born a woman, and of course with the XY chromosome being there, he gets a little boost in testosterone unlike any other women. And who are we to deprive someone of their dream just because they were born with this? I wouldn't necessarily call it a defect.
I'm not sure what we talking.
But after that, it seems like LA Knight's going to be the one that wins it more now after those days.
I had a conversation with a friend. They said that Logan was going to retain, but I mean, he is not marketable. This dude couldn't even go to Japan.
Oh, I do the video.
Yeah, so I mean,
a lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
I knew about that.
I just knew he was a YouTuber. Like
I just remember reading about it like a long time ago.
So I asked my siblings who are younger than me, Logan Paul, and I was like, "Well, why is he?" I was like, "Oh, I asked you too." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, he tried to say that was that video was fake after that, but he's still banned from Japan. He did end up posting again to asking if his take on men not supposed to fight women being transphobic or something like that, and had a poll yes or no. So I didn't participate in that poll because I don't.
Yeah, it was a dumb thing to
post. It was stupid.
You care about it that much.
It sucks too because
made an apology and then made a poll.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's just like I don't know. What's
beating a dead horse, Logan Paul. Then that's exactly what LA Knight's gonna do to you.
Yeah. But we'll probably see LA Knight win that one. Sami Zayn will defend his Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker once again, which you think this will be the time Breaker takes it?
All I hope is that what you said happens. I hope that Breaker wins. Yeah, Breaker's gonna win. Who cares about Sami Zayn?
I call Breaker on this one.
I don't care about Sami Zayn.
I didn't get it right last time, but I'm still calling Breaker on this one.
Yeah, Breaker's taking that championship.
Then Ricochet returns.
Yes, I would love for that to happen. Like I said, I will have no respect for Ricochet to go to WWE, but I'm sure he most likely will.
Nah, I think he's gonna return.
I hope so.
I think it's eventually gonna be.
I hope he doesn't want to be like, I want to wrestle Will Ospreay. I don't want to spell that. I'm sorry.
Quite upset there.
Yeah. Like, stay where you at. Get, you know what I'm saying? Stay where you're at. But either way, if that doesn't happen, Braun Breaker's going to win.
Yeah, definitely. I think Braun Breaker's going to end up winning this one. That's the best way to go. Sami Zayn's title reign has been okay. I like him as the underdog. Don't get me wrong. Everybody still goes crazy for the guy, and he's a great talent. But Braun Breaker, man, just seeing him with that title will solidify his future.
Definitely. I mean, put Sami in a position where he can go for the the World Heavyweight Championship or something, and have this underdog story instead of the Intercontinental Championship. I feel like that'd be so much better, honestly.
Now we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Unfortunately, Logan Paul can't keep his mouth shut, so he's probably going to be in the doghouse for a while.
Yeah,
I would assume if WWE does right.
Yeah, I mean,
especially because you got to think this guy has one of the biggest following, and they're out here studying this information. Yeah, it's like you're making other people think that this is true, and now it's spreading like wildfire. Like I saw someone claiming that they were a journalist that made one of those posts that was like, okay, followers, and it's just like, man, you have all this following. Fact check before you say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean,
it is what it is, dude.
You can't stop it.
Exactly.
But moving forward, before we get out of here, TNA Victory Road is coming to San Antonio on Friday the 13th as they make their way here in September. TNA Wrestling will hold Victory Road, the live TNA Plus event at the Boeing Center at Tech Court, and the Impact taping will be the following day. Went on sale yesterday. I was looking at prices. There's second rows for $60. I didn't see any first rows, but I did see quite a bit of first rows when you buy 2 tickets for each, or the 2-ticket package for both nights, which was $200 for the first row. You get the first row, you're going in for both nights, the TV taping as well as the live event. And for the second row, which was surprising, was $100, which isn't bad. 40 more than the 60 you would pay just to go to Victory Road is definitely worth it. The tickets are on pre-sale now, so go get them while you can. I'm debating on what I'm gonna do. I don't want to end up doing it. All spending money's tight. Just feels like that happens sometimes.
Oh yeah, definitely. No lie, but it would be dope, man. I can't really tell you the last time I heard about TNA coming here, but the last time I went to a TNA show was
lockdown 2013.
Yes, but he already knows it's over all the time. Like that was an awesome show, man. For me, being a wrestling fan, seeing all those people we grew up, even though Ace was BS. But it was cool to see like all those legends, Sting, Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle around that era.
They still had a pretty decent product back then with their younger talent.
And a lot of those younger talent are now veterans in TNA. So
veterans in WWE.
Yeah, because that's really their developmental now.
Their breeding ground.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, this is gonna be dope. Hopefully get to see Joe Hendry, maybe some WWE surprises. If we do
Joe Hendry had his what's it called?
The live sponsor on the next team. Is that what you're gonna talk about?
Yeah, it wasn't as good as most of his sponsors. I was kind of disappointed, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe
the Booker T thing and the other thing about Tom was great. I popped for those, but after that, it's like the rest of the things that he said, just I don't know. I wasn't for it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, who knows?
But PCO ended up having his wedding crash, as the usual wrestling wedding goes, and it was crashed by Mr. Always Ready, Deathmatch King, the Indie King. Boom, 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 you know it.
Oh God.
Cardona. Matt Cardona.
This dude's gonna say Nick Gage or Nick whatever his name is. Oh my God. The Mitter Taker.
I just call him Nick Cardona because Moose. Exactly. Moose said that. He had his a great dude. But he made his return. Of course, him and Seth Lander are king of deathmatch or indie deathmatch or whatever the hell they want to call themselves. But Steph DeLander wasn't happy about being her wedding being interfered by Matt Cardona. So we'll have to wait and see where that goes. Nick Nemeth.
You did that on purpose.
No, I didn't.
I swear to God, you did that on purpose.
I really did it. Nick Nemeth did retain his title on Thursday against Mustafa Ali. They put on a great match before that wedding. So, other than that, that's all we have for the rest of the day. Let's see, our camera went out once again. I'm gonna have to get a different cord, I'm thinking, to see if that'll help. But we want to thank you all for listening, participating, letting your voices going out there, commenting. We appreciate all that. will feature, your comments and things like that on the cast. So be sure to tune in. Talk with us. We'll talk with you. I appreciate it all the views, all the love y'all have shown throughout this whole journey, and we hope that you continue to tune in. DP Sports. We hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. And y'all stay safe out there.
Y'all stay safe out there. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a blessed one.